So I'm going to learn a couple circles of magic here. I've already learned the
For
first
the honor
circle,
of magic,
which is enough to give me basic
I am ready to
spells.
enter the second circle.
you have learned to understand the runes. Now it is time to deepen this understanding. When you join the second circle, you will learn the foundations of stronger battle spells, and above all, the secret of healing. But you need to learn much if you want to recognize the true secrets of magic. You know that you can use every rune as often as you like, until you've used up all your own powers. But before you act, think about the point of your actions. You have obtained powers with which you may easily conjure up death and destruction. But a true magician only uses magic when it's necessary. Understand the situation, then you'll recognize the power of the runes.
Yeah, that's why I carry a big sword.
Could you teach me the third circle?
The third circle of magic is one of the most important steps in the life of a magician. Once you've reached it, you cease to be a seeker. You have already come far on the path of magic. You've learned to use the runes. This knowledge is the foundation for your further path. Use the runes with deliberation. You may use a rune or not, but you must decide on one of these possibilities. Do not hesitate to use your powers as soon as you've made your choice. Understand your path, then you'll recognize the power of the decision.
I am ready to enter the fourth circle.
You have completed the first 3 circles. Now is the time for you to learn the secrets of magic. The magic of the runes is based on the stone. They are magic stones, created out of magic ore. It is the same ore which is collected in the mines. This ore is endowed with magic formulas in the temples. There the runes are converted to the instruments of our power. With the runes you control now, you have the entire knowledge of the temples of the realm at your fingertips. Understand the magic, then you'll discover the secret of power.
Alright. I don't have enough skill points.
I am ready to enter the fifth circle.
I can't teach you anything.
They might not even
May you return in one.
have fifth circle spells for me to learn. So I unfortunately only have 12 mana, and my game just crashed. So I'm gonna have to do like most of that again. So I only have 12 mana, which is not a lot to work with really, because a lot of those spells are going to cost like 5 and 10 per time that I use it. So I think I'm going to have to switch over to some jewelry that will boost my mana. And yeah, let's see. Let's see here. Okay, so Storm of Fire will cost, I can charge up to 10 mana to do 50 damage per charge, which means that right now I could charge this once, and then I would need to take a potion. But if I were to, say, switch out my strength and defense... Alright, so I can't equip that anymore. Life bonus. There we go. Okay, so I still have a ring slot free. I can put my ring of strength back on and then re-equip the mercenary's blade. So then that'll give me 37 mana, which is a little bit more to work with. Fire Bolt does 30 damage per mana, whereas this does 50 per mana and can be charged. Fireball still only does 30, so there's really no point to use either of these two. I might have wasted my money buying Fireball and Firebolt, but I have so much money that it doesn't really matter. Short of 3 magic spell levels. Okay, that's fine. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and train up to level...
For the honor of magic.
Level,
I am ready to
fourth circle of magic here. Now, the unfortunate situation...
May you return...
is I think I need another 70 skill points to learn the next couple of circles, the circle 5 and... excuse me, circle 5 and 6. Which,
For the on
means it's going to slow down my ability to learn, or to increase my...
I'm glad you've joined us.
to increase my mana,
Show me your goods.
because I'm going to have to use Ball Lightning. Yeah, I'll buy that. I need that to fight Zardus's golem. But I'm gonna have to slow down heavily on the amount of how often I can increase my mana, because I have to save up another 3 level ups to be able to learn the 5th circle, and then I need 4 more level ups after that, I think. So that's 7 level ups of just getting the circles, magic circles, which doesn't leave necessarily a lot of room for increasing mana.
If you're injured, I will heal you.
Cool, cool. Alright, so I think these other water mages will now start talking to me and not yelling at me.
For the honor of magic.
So the good news is that even though I don't have a lot of mana to cast a lot of spells, I do have a badass two-handed sword that I can use to fight if things get in close.
For the honor of magic.
And notice that, like, instead of saying "for Gomez," these guys are now saying "for the honor of magic," because I am a magic user. Instantaneously, I have learned most of the circles of magic, which doesn't really make a lot of thematic sense. Gothic 2 is a lot better with its magic, because Gothic 1, they don't let you learn magic until the later half of the game, and so it happens kind of abruptly, and it also forces you to play as like a warrior or a rogue for a certain amount of time. Whereas in Gothic 2, you can join the fire mages right away as a novice, and then they make you really...
Your decision to join the magicians of water was right. Be welcome, brother.
They make you really work
honor of
to learn magic circles and to learn spells, and it's just a generally better system over there. And now I want to take a look at the runes that he actually has for sale and see if he has an amulet that will increase my mana more than what I already have. Ring of Greater Life. Mana bonus 10. Nah. Ice Bolt. Wave of Ice. That's circle 5, so I can't use that. Ice Block would be kind of cool to have.
I'm not listening to all the blathering anymore.
Let me get Ice Bolt as well, just in case. And I think I'm at the point now where it's like I've been holding on to all these ranged weapons because there's a chance that I might want to use them, but I'm clearly not gonna increase my dexterity anymore, so I'll just go ahead and start getting rid of most of these. I'll keep some of the ones that I can reasonably equipped with ring increases. Wait a minute, because I have a couple of potions that I can. I have those potions that I can use to increase my dexterity. So that'll be 4. I can get 7 dexterity, so I can potentially have a minimum of 17 dexterity. And there will be more bows at some point, so yeah, I'll keep a few of them. I'll keep a few of the bows. I will, however, sell some bolts to make up the rest of the difference, because these bolts at this point are essentially what the.
There must be something about that story after all.
Interesting. I hit strafe and I hit the left strafe button. Okay. That was fascinating. Let me play around with that, because I might have just figured out the interface a little better.
The honor of
I want to acquire.
So from my side of the inventory, I hit the action button and left strafe, and I moved 100 of a stack over. When I do right strafe right, it does nothing. When I do strafe... Oh, I just activated sticky keys. Damn it, I forgot that that was a Windows thing.
Maybe.
I want to.
Whoops.
I want to.
So... Is there a way that I can do that from other people's inventory?
Won't happen again.
I don't think he... Okay, I might be able to do it with these arrows. Action and left strafe doesn't do it.
Never learn. Wasn't very clever.
Alright, I don't think I can. That's a little weird. Okay, well, whatever. So you know what? I am definitely not gonna be increasing my dexterity any further. And I think it's safe to say I'm not gonna be increasing my strength anymore, because I'm gonna want to put leftover points into probably just want to put all my leftover points into magic. You know what? Screw it. There's no reason for me to force this development right now. Let me just play around with what I have, and we'll see as we go what I'm feeling. Sleep till midday, so that way I'm less likely to trigger the stupid rain, which seems to be a 100% chance. Alright, so now, for instance, with spells, these work a lot like the bows. So with the spell equipped, I already showed you on a swamp shark, but
Don't try any sorcery.
ooh, and Storm of Fire actually I think does
Don't try any.
AoE. Yeah, so it'll hit multiple targets if they're clustered, which is kind of cool. I don't think that Fireball or Firebolt will do that. So let me get Storm of Fire. Ball Lightning I think might bounce from target to target.
Let's see who's winning this
Or
time.
not. It did stun him though, which is kind of cool. We'll see if it does bounce.
Let's see who's winning this time.
Alright, looks like it doesn't. That's good to know. Oh, I did not save after changing my equip spells. Oh crap, I just dropped the rune. Alright. So let me go ball lightning. Ice block. Light, and then we'll do that. Alright. So, and then here's ice block. So it does a little bit of damage up
Let's see who's
front,
winning this time.
but then it encases the target in ice, so then I can do this.
That was a good hit.
Alright. That's cool. This is good to know. And surprisingly, the water robe is not that much weaker in terms of weapon defense than the heavy mercenary armor. It does, however, give me much better fire and magic protection. So I think for the time being I'll run with the heavy mercenary armor, because I'm gonna anticipate getting attacked by weapon wielders more than fire or magic attackers.
I wouldn't mind forgetting it.
I'm looking.
I can't sell you any.
Do you?
I'll buy.
Yeah, okay. So, the quest now is to find Zardus. I don't remember how the game thinks I'm supposed to get there. Like, there's doesn't appear to be... It just says that he lives in the middle of Orkland. And so I guess you have to intuitively know what Orkland is or where it is, and then be able to figure it out from there. And so far I've been avoiding it because I've known that it wasn't worth going in there yet. So let's head on into Orkland and find us some Zardus. And so if we look on the map, there's this spot to the southwest-ish, kind of south of where I am now, that's blotted out, and that's Orc territory. And I think there's a line of dialogue somewhere, I think it might have been from Graham the cartographer or somebody else, where you have the opportunity to ask about, hey, this map is missing stuff, and then they go, oh, well, that's Orc territory, that's Uncharted, we don't know what goes on in there. And that is a really cool detail that I like, because it makes sense that people would not have been able to chart out Orc territory. And, you know, this map is obviously has kind of a hand-drawn look to it. And so when you're going into Orc territory now for the first time in the game, you have absolutely no way of guiding you. It's just, you're just poking around trying to find things on your own. And that is super cool. What the hell was that? Dark something? But now we're gonna go into Orkland and try to find Zardos and maybe fight some stuff. Maybe fight some orcs and try to get some more experience while we're at it. Alright, so here we have a orc on the outskirts of Orkland. And I just got the black screen crash. So I gotta kill the Gothic process and relaunch the game. And loading. Okay. So now I'm going to test out my Firestorm and see... Oh, watch this be incredibly underwhelming. Oh, that was actually really good. At least on this Orc Hunter. I'm going to assume the Hunters have much lower fire and magic defense than the other guys do. Alright, so these guys are clustered here, which means I might be able to do splash damage and hit multiples of them. It looks like I did. And then they got weirdly glitched out. So that was all my mana. And that other guy seemed to have been burning in the background, so that's super cool. That I was able to weaken them significantly from a distance, and then, you know, kill some of them in the process, and then have enough strength with my swords to be able to fight them in normal hand-to-hand combat when they got in close. That's like a really cool combo. And that, I think, is kind of maybe the best way to play the game from a magic standpoint, because, like I said numerous times before, the magic system is not really that satisfying from a mechanical gameplay standpoint, because all you're really doing is holding down the action key and the forward key to auto-target an enemy. And so there's not as much interesting tactile engagement. It's not like you're having to time your attacks or block attacks or worry about strafing and positioning, you know. Alright, we got some orc dogs. I should be able to take these guys on. If I can kill the orcs, I can fight the dogs. And this is where I'm sitting here thinking, I just gotta level up. Maybe I should go back and increase my mana. So now I have to decide if I want the mana upgrades or the circle upgrades. And I think I'm gonna wait until I get some more, because I want to get the oh, hello, we're gonna aggro just everything. So I think I want to wait until I can get the next circle of magic, because at some point there will be special spells that I want to be able to use. Alright, they're interrupting my spell casting, so I'm not actually casting that spell, I'm just wasting the mana charging the attack and then not actually executing it. That was kind of really annoying. I gotta go back to munching on all these food items while this other orc dog slowly sneaks up on me. Let me just keep healing there, buddy. So I think I'm kind of regretting getting the two-handed weaponry now, because as much as I like the two-handers, they're not really so much better than one-handed weapons to justify the extra amount of skill points spent learning them. And like right now, I think I would rather have the more skill points put into mana. Like I wish I would have stuck with one-handers and then just put that 70 skill points into mana to be able to use my spells more frequently. Oh goodness, I thought they had left me alone. I need them to stop following me so that I can cast my spell. There we go. They're supposed to stop and like yell, but they're not yelling. Ah! Jeez. I was trying to equip my sword and it was taking forever. Alright, so now he's stunned for a hot second. Good grief. Okay, 117,000 XP. I need 126, so we're off a little less than 9,000 XP. I can maybe get that just by running around killing stuff. These orcs are giving a lot of XP per kill. As long as I'm willing to take the time to slowly heal up, I should be able to do it. Let me go ahead and pop a Raven Herb. Save my game. So for instance, you've seen that the magic system really does not work well in close range, because once things are close enough to attack you, they'll interrupt your spell castings really easily, and that makes longer spells or spells with variable charge time basically impossible to use in close combat. So even when you're playing as a mage, you kind of have to learn some melee combat as a last resort almost. These orcs kind of look like they want to attack me, but they're not really attacking me. So I'm gonna firestorm them. I think that like shot of them getting stuck in mid-air on fire is obviously a glitch. There's no way that's supposed to be an intended function of that spell. Oh man, so many pork dogs. Let me just go ahead and... And you know, now that I have these awesome spells, I should be able to fight those stupid swamp sharks, because they cannot defend against magic. Hell, I almost have half a mind to warp back to the swamp just to go kill those freaking swamp sharks. I do know they give a lot of XP. There's probably like, might be 2,000 or 3,000 XP in that swamp just from killing swamp sharks. And I am only, no, I need 2 more level ups before I can learn the next circle of magic. Alright. Although I'm getting close to the next level up. Gonna head down this way, because these are the guards that a long time ago I was supposed to talk to just as, like, out exploring the world, and hey, what's this area? And then these are the guys who are supposed to say, hey, that's orc territory, don't go in there unless you want to die. But now that the old camp is turned against me, these guys might aggro me instead of talking to me. Yep. Okay, so one of them is invisible. Yeah! And they do a ton of damage. Why do they do so much damage? Like, the guards at the gate to the old camp did not do nearly that much damage to me. Like, you see, I was at full health, and within like a couple seconds I was dead. I don't understand that. Looks like the other one's invisible still. So anytime you kill an enemy with a ranged weapon, they just die automatically. But if you defeat them with a melee weapon, then they get knocked out, and then you have the optional choice to kill them. Okay, back into orc territory. Ah, my phone just made a jingle. Thought I had that on silent. Okay. Never mind. Couple of beds that I can come back to and sleep at. Alright, I'm gonna check out this tower over here. I think I might need to climb up from the other side. From over here. Okay, not there. Here? Yeah. So like the downside of this control scheme is right now I really have to scratch my head, but I would fall off of this ladder if I were to take either hand off the controls, because you need to have one down for the action key and then one, or you need to have the action key pressed down to stay attached to the ladder, and then you need the other key to keep moving. Flame Thorn. Okay. This is the entrance to the Orc Village. And we're gonna be coming in here for a quest at some point. I don't think... screw it. Let me light these guys ablaze. I'm on a mission to get as much experience as I can right now. So these guys are worth a lot of XP, and I'll just go ahead and fight a bunch of them. I'm not gonna bother going all the way into the camp though, into the village, because there's kind of an interesting quest in here at some point, and if all of them are dead, that might kind of negate some of the interesting factor of the quest. But even still, there's a ton of them here, so. Oh, they're right behind me now, aren't they? Only two of them, though? Alright, that's fine. I was expecting, like, the whole village to come at me. I was also not expecting to die so miserably there. Holy cow. I've been fighting these guys so easily. I don't care about the stuff in there. That was garbage. And surprisingly, there was nothing on top of that tower, so I'm not going to bother with that either. But yeah, like I've been fighting these orcs so easily that I did not expect the two of them to obliterate me so easily. Wait. What? Why am I so lost right now? Okay. I overshot my target. There are two towers, and I was supposed to turn after the first one. I might come back to that orc leaf and flame berry or flame thorn, whatever. See, like right there, they interrupted my spell. Damn it. Ah! Why are these guys giving me so much trouble now? Like, all of a sudden. I was killing the other ones so easily, and now these guys are just destroying me. Alright, let me save here. Let me get mana potion set up in the inventory. Somehow this one here has managed to avoid most of the damage. Alright, see, like that's how it's supposed to go. Might hit the tree. Oh no, that went through. Cool. And getting real close to that level up. Sometimes the delay when the character pulls the weapon out is enough to completely trip me up. Because like there I was going, equip the sword! And he's not equipping the sword. And then so like a second and a half later, 2 seconds later, I'm trying to get the sword out again, and all that does is put the sword back away. Which is not what I wanted. Might be good to fight him now. Alright, that was really weird. I was spamming the back button trying to block, and my character ended up doing the third hit in the attack combo. So that's another instance of the controls just being ever so slightly responsive enough to ruin you. Man, I'm at a point where like none of these healing items really, like basically nothing but potions heal enough to really justify using them. Oh my goodness. I might have to go and buy up all of Riordan's potions, because this is just really tedious. Alright. Oh. Oh. And there I pressed to draw my weapon, and he didn't draw it ever. And I did have to press the button a second time to draw the weapon. I don't know why that happens. Alright, now I'm just one level shy of getting the next level of the next circle of magic learned. What am I targeting? Anything? That was really weird. Ah. Alright, so I have murdered the entire outer section of the orc village. There is this, like, gate or palisade here, but I can open that with the winch. However, I'm not going to, because there will be a quest involved with that area later. And you know what? I'm gonna go sleep in that bed over there to restore my health and mana, rather than chug potions and health pots. Or, food. Alright, 1 second. Actually, wait a minute. Yeah, alright.